Would you like to discover one of the most beautiful countries on the planet while visiting the house of the Virgin Mary, or discovering the caves where the first Christians hid from Roman persecution, or the mountain under which the mythical Noah's Ark might be hidden and buried? What would you think if, in addition to all that, you knew that in one of the most powerful countries in history, there is a millenary tradition by which, if a woman offers you a delicious coffee, she might intend to ask you to marry her? Or that, in this region with deep Muslim roots, there are spectacular beaches and islands where some people choose to enjoy bathing without any clothing? Surely it will not surprise you to know that these and other curiosities make Turkey, also known as the hair tourism capital of the world, one of the most enigmatic and beautiful countries on earth. A country where wrestling is the national sport, with extraordinary curiosities such as being the only nation in the world that is located between two continents, with a city divided by both. The one of hiding a ghost town full of fantasy castles in the purest Disney style, or hiding the largest subway tunnel on the planet in which you can move between Europe and Asia in a few seconds. A place of such extraordinary beauty that it contains corners that seem to be taken from another planet. Do not miss this new video of Uncensored World, because we assure you that discovering curiosities such as the fact that Turkey, and not the North Pole, is the country where Santa Claus was born, will surprise you. Let's get started. Turkey is in a unique geographical position, located between Europe and Asia. It is the only country in the world that lies between two continents. Turkey is bordered by countries as diverse as Greece and Bulgaria to the northwest, and Iraq, Syria, and Iran to the south and southeast. In addition, it is bathed by three seas: the Aegean, the Mediterranean, and the Black Sea, which gives it a privileged geographical position. Its capital is Ankara, although its most famous and populous city is Istanbul, the only one in the world that extends over two continents, Europe and Asia, separated by the iconic Bosphorus Strait, one of the most mythical and important waterways on the planet. With a population of around 85 million, Turkey is a country of great cultural diversity, influenced by both its Ottoman past and its connections to the Arab, European, and Asian worlds. This mix of cultures is reflected in its customs, as well as in its architecture and gastronomy, as you will soon see. The name Turkey comes from the medieval Latin Turcia, meaning land of the Turks. The Turks, originally a group of nomadic tribes from Central Asia, began settling in the region during the expansion of the Seleucid Empire in the 11th and 12th centuries, and their cultural influence has been central in shaping what we know today as the modern Republic of Turkey. Due to its strategic position, Turkey has been a crossroads between East and West, which has placed it at the center of countless historical events. This geographical point on the edge of Europe and Asia facilitated the expansion of the Ottoman Empire, one of the most glorious and powerful in history. Founded in the 13th century, the Ottoman Empire grew rapidly under the leadership of its sultans, reaching its apogee in the 16th century under the reign of Suleiman the Magnificent. During its heyday, the Ottoman Empire spanned three continents: Europe, Asia, and Africa. It controlled vast territories that included much of southeastern Europe, the Middle East, and North Africa. Its influence was such that Istanbul, formerly known as Byzantium and Constantinople, became a major cultural and commercial center, linked to the trade routes between Europe and Asia. The empire was also known for its advanced administration, religious tolerance, and significant contributions to architecture, science, and literature. However, Ottoman splendor did not last forever. As the 19th century progressed, the empire began to face internal and external challenges, including pressure from European powers and independence movements in its provinces. World War I was the final blow to the Ottoman Empire, which was officially dissolved with the signing of the Treaty of Sèvres in 1920, giving way to the creation of the Republic of Turkey. The Ottoman legacy continues to influence modern Turkey, and tensions with Greece are a reflection of disputes dating back to that era. One of the main points of conflict has been the status of many islands in the Aegean Sea, surely part of the most beautiful islands in the world. The splendorous past of the Ottoman Empire, known for its formidable military and military victories, has surely influenced Turkey's sporting culture, where wrestling stands out as one of the most revered national sports. In Ottoman times, wrestling, known as yağlı güreş or greased wrestling, was a popular practice among the troops and was valued for its connection to strength, skill, and discipline, essential qualities for Ottoman warriors. In this discipline, wrestlers were coated with a mixture of olive oil and faced each other on a dirt or grassy ground, which gave them the appearance of being greased. The grease not only made the combat more challenging and slippery, but also forms part of the tradition and culture surrounding the sport. This traditional sport developed over the centuries in military camps and was considered a form of physical training that complemented the soldiers' combat skills. Today, yağlı güreş remains a highly prestigious sport in Turkey, with the famous Kırkpınar Wrestling Festival held annually in Edirne since the 14th century. This event, which is considered the oldest wrestling tournament in the world, attracts competitors and spectators from all over the country and abroad, preserving the historical traditions of wrestling. As you can understand, greased wrestling is not only a symbol of Ottoman heritage, but also reflects Turkish national pride in preserving its traditions. This context of conflict and change has also led to phenomena such as the existence of ghost towns in Turkey. One of the most notable examples is the village of Kayaköy, an abandoned village in the Fethiye region. Kayaköy is a silent testimony to the complex relations between Turkey and Greece. Originally a Greek village, it was later abandoned in the 1920s as part of an agreed population exchange. Today, Kayaköy's empty houses and ruined churches serve as a reminder of a turbulent past, and as a unique tourist destination that attracts many interested in history and traces of time. As you are seeing and are about to learn, probably the reality that makes Turkey truly extraordinary is the beauty and the enigma that comes together in the incredible amount of wonders that can be discovered in this region. Burj Al Babas is another ghost town, a fascinating example that helps us understand how overweening ambitions can turn into monumental failures. Located in the Bolu region of Turkey, this ghost town is known for housing more than 700 abandoned castles that were built with the intention of offering a fairy tale life to its residents. The Burj Al Babas project began with great promise. In its initial conception, it was presented as a luxury community inspired by Disney castles, designed to appeal to wealthy buyers who desired a residence in a dreamlike setting. The vision was to create a resort with European-style architecture that would offer an opulent living experience in the midst of the Turkish countryside. However, fate had other plans for this ambitious project. The economic collapse and financial crisis that hit Turkey in the 2000s had a devastating impact on the development of Burj Al Babas. The global economic crisis and the developers' specific financial problems led to a series of obstacles that eventually brought the project to a halt. As the financial problems worsened, investors and buyers pulled out, leaving the castles half-built and the city in a state of neglect. The structures, which once promised luxury and splendor, now stand like ghosts of a failed dream, crumbling under the pressure of history and economics. The current appearance of Burj Al Babas, with its towers and unfinished facades, resembles a landscape of desolation, reminiscent of images of Mordor, the fictional land of the Lord of the Rings universe, a place as imposing as it is disturbing. Today, Burj Al Babas is a destination for the adventurous and curious seeking to explore what remains of this project. This ghost town serves as a testament to human aspirations and failures, and continues to attract the attention of photographers and tourists interested in its unique history. But thinking about history, there are many places in Turkey that have a bearing on much of the stories of human history. One of these places is Ephesus, a city that, in ancient times, was a unique tourist destination on the planet, famous for having been for centuries the most visited site in the ancient world. This ancient Greek city stood out, not only for its size and beauty, but also for its cultural and commercial importance. Ephesus was the center of the ancient world. with impressive structures such as the Temple of Artemis, one of the seven wonders of the ancient world, and a vibrant urban life that attracted visitors from all over the Mediterranean. Today, Ephesus remains a place of great historical and archaeological significance and is the site where the house of the Virgin Mary is believed to be located. According to tradition, after the crucifixion of Jesus, the Virgin Mary retired to this region to live out her final years in tranquility. History holds that the house, located in the hills near Ephesus, was discovered in the 19th century by a German nun named Anna Katharina Emmerich, whose visions of Mary's life led to its identification. The authenticity of the site has been supported by several archaeological investigations and studies, and today, it is a major pilgrimage destination for Christians around the world. The House of the Virgin Mary, located in a serene and picturesque setting, has attracted thousands of visitors and devotees seeking to connect with the sacred history and experience the spiritual atmosphere of the site, making this region one of the most treasured jewels of Turkish history. But if we take history and religion into account, surely the most emblematic and famous place in Turkey is the majestic Mount Ararat. This imposing peak, with its snow-capped peaks rising more than 5,100 meters above sea level, is the highest point in Turkey and a symbol of mystery and legend. In Judeo-Christian tradition, Mount Ararat is believed to be the place where Noah's Ark finally came to rest after the great flood that covered the earth. Although no definitive evidence has been found, the legend has endured for centuries, and many expeditions and explorers have searched for the legendary Ark on its slopes. The mystery surrounding Noah's Ark has attracted theologians, archaeologists, and adventurers from around the world. According to the biblical account in Genesis, the Ark rested on the mountain after the floodwaters receded, and Mount Ararat has become a symbol of hope and rebirth. Extreme weather conditions and the challenging geography of the area have added a layer of mystery to the site, keeping interest in its possible discovery alive. However, the search for the Ark remains largely an enigma, fueling both curiosity and fascination for beautiful Mount Ararat. Apart from its religious and mythological significance, Mount Ararat is a breathtaking spectacle of natural beauty. Its dramatic landscape, with glaciers and perpetual snow, stands as a monument to the grandeur of nature. Views from its slopes offer dazzling panoramas of the surrounding countryside, creating a vibrant contrast between the arid desert and the snow-capped peaks. Although surely, if we think of amazing views, aerial photographs, or natural wonders, Turkey takes us straight to the astonishing Cappadocia and one of its most majestic spectacles, the hot air balloon flight over this incredible corner of the planet. Cappadocia, located in central Turkey, is famous for its unique rock formations, enchanting valleys and breathtaking fairy chimneys, sculpted by centuries of natural erosion. The region offers an almost otherworldly landscape that has captured the imagination of travelers from all over the world. These geological formations were created millions of years ago by volcanic activity, when ash and lava were deposited in the region, forming a soft layer of stone called tuff. Over the centuries, natural erosion combined with human work has resulted in a series of structures and formations that look like something out of a fairy tale. Troglodyte dwellings and rock-hewn churches, built by ancient communities, add an additional layer of mystery and fascination to this unique landscape. Hot air ballooning is one of the most outstanding experiences Turkey and the Cappadocia region has to offer. This aerial tour allows visitors to view the region from a spectacular perspective, with a panoramic view of rock formations, valleys, and historic villages. The price of a balloon flight can vary depending on the season and the operator, but generally ranges from $200 to $300 per person. This price usually includes transportation to the takeoff site, a light breakfast, and a champagne toast upon landing. In addition to balloon flights, Cappadocia offers other wonders not to be missed. Subway cities in this area, such as Derinkuyu and Kemakli, offer a fascinating insight into how ancient civilizations sheltered and lived underground to escape invasions and adverse conditions. One of the most fascinating features of this region are its unique cave formations, which transform the landscape into something reminiscent of a Gruyere cheese with its holes and caverns. These formations are not only a visual spectacle, they have also played a crucial role in human history. During the times of Roman persecution, early Christians found in Cappadocia a safe haven. To escape reprisals and maintain their religious practices, they built large subway cities in the bowels of this region. These subway structures not only offered protection from invaders, but also served as centers of community life, with churches, dwellings, and storage areas carved out of the volcanic rock. Realities that amaze those lucky enough to discover them. Today, the subway cities of Cappadocia are a tangible testament to the resilience and ingenuity of the early Christians. By exploring these ancient shelters, one can appreciate the depth of history and creativity that defined life in this incredible landscape. In addition to being able to appreciate the beauty and history of humanity in this region, treks through the valleys, such as the Valley of Roses or the Valley of Love, allow visitors to also be able to further explore the surreal landscape of this region and enjoy its natural beauty in a more intimate experience. Visiting Cappadocia is one of the main reasons why every year millions of travelers from all over the world decide to choose Turkey as their main destination. But as you are seeing and will continue to discover in this video of Uncensored World, it is not the only reason that attracts so many visitors. Among the most prominent reasons are the renowned hair grafting operations, which have turned Turkey into the hair grafting capital of the world, a reference destination for those looking for the best solution for hair loss. The reason for this phenomenon is clear. Turkey offers high-quality procedures at significantly lower prices than in other countries, thus attracting patients from all over the world who wish to improve their appearance without compromising their budget. Affordable costs and high-quality services have made Turkey a leader in the cosmetic surgery sector, not only for hair grafts, but also for a wide range of cosmetic procedures. The combination of surgeon expertise, state-of-the-art facilities, and competitive prices has positioned Turkey as a preferred destination for those seeking to enhance their personal image. Perhaps this quest for beauty has something to do with the fact that there are also many visitors, both men and women, who come to Turkey in search of love. Turkish men and women are considered one of the most beautiful and passionate societies on the planet, which has led to a growing attraction to this country. The physical characteristics, elegance, and charisma of people in Turkey contribute to this reputation. Turkish beauty is a fascinating blend of cultural influences that include European, Arab, and Asian elements, resulting in a unique and captivating appearance that attracts many people looking for a romantic and passionate connection. One of the fascinating aspects of this culture is belly dancing, a practice recognized as a form of courtship among Turkish women. This dance, known for its elegance and sensuality, has become an artistic and cultural expression in Turkey, often performed at social events and celebrations. Although belly dancing is more common in festive contexts and dedicated performances, it also plays a role in courtship practices, showcasing the charm and grace of Turkish culture. Another distinctive element is the Turkish bath or hammam, a tradition that has been an integral part of life in Turkey for centuries. The hammam is not only a place for hygiene, but also a social space where interaction and relaxation are encouraged. Visitors can enjoy a complete treatment that includes exfoliation, massage, and bathing in an atmosphere that reflects the country's rich cultural heritage. This ritual not only provides a wellness experience, but also offers an insight into local customs and traditions. But if there is and has been a truly fascinating tradition as a courtship technique in Turkish society, it had to do with one of the most famous beverages on the planet, coffee. In Turkey, the tradition of offering coffee is not only an act of hospitality, but has had and may continue to have a special meaning in the context of interpersonal relationships. In the past, when a woman offered coffee to a man, it could be a subtle way of expressing interest and opening the door to a more serious relationship. This gesture, full of symbolism and courtesy, reflects the importance of coffee in Turkish culture and how small acts and gestures can have deeper meanings that can sometimes be overlooked. At this point, we would like to ask you, would you like to visit Turkey? What would be your main reason? To explore its natural beauty and its historical or religious mysteries, to have a hair graft or some other cosmetic surgery, to meet its people and immerse yourself in its vibrant culture, or maybe enjoy a swim without clothes in its most hidden beaches, as we will tell you later. Pause the video and leave us your comment. Doing so is the best way for you to help Uncensored World to keep working to bring you interesting content like this every week. So, thank you. This passion and beauty surely has a lot to do with one of the most famous products with Turkish DNA nowadays, telenovelas. Just as in South America, Colombian and Venezuelan telenovelas, places famous for the beauty of their people, have captured the attention of global audiences. In Europe, Turkish telenovelas have become a highly successful phenomenon. These productions not only showcase the physical attractiveness of the characters, but also highlight the cultural richness and sophistication of life in Turkey, and that interest in the beauty of this amazing country. Turkey is also home to one of the world's most impressive natural wonders, known as Pamukkale, whose name means Cotton Castle. This geological phenomenon is famous for its dazzling terraces of white hot springs, formed by the accumulation of travertine deposits, a limestone that forms from hot springs. The sight of these terraces, which look like a floating cotton castle in the landscape, is a unique spectacle that attracts visitors from all over the world. But Pamukkale is not limited only to these travertine terraces. This stunning site is also home to what is known as Cleopatra's Pool, a natural pool surrounded by ancient ruins and columns. This site is famous not only for its beauty, but also for its rich history, as it is said that Queen Cleopatra used to visit this pool to enjoy its healing waters, especially since the site was linked to a temple that collapsed in the 7th century due to an earthquake. But Pamukkale was not the only place affected by natural disasters in Turkey. Halfeti, known as the submerged city, is another fascinating example of how nature has transformed landscapes and communities. Halfeti, a picturesque town on the banks of the Euphrates River, was flooded due to the construction of a dam in the year 1990, submerging historic homes and forever changing the appearance of the area. Fortunately, the flooding was planned and carried out with advance notice to residents, allowing for an organized evacuation. The result was a partially submerged city that offers a surreal landscape, with its ancient structures and minarets emerging from the still waters. Despite the tragedy of the change for the residents, Halfeti has turned its uniqueness into a tourist attraction. Visitors can explore the submerged city on boat rides, observing the remains of what was once a vibrant community. Something that very few know and many find surprising is that the Santa Claus figure, so associated with the North Pole, actually has its roots in Turkey, in a place very close to this submerged town. It was in the region of Patara, near the present-day city of Demre, that the real Saint Nicholas was born, who was the historical figure that inspired the modern Santa Claus character. Patara, in addition to its historical connection, has some of the most impressive ruins in the country, such as its impressive amphitheater, one of the most outstanding remains of this ancient city, and also has one of the most famous beaches in Turkey. In addition to Patara, very close to the place where the real Santa Claus was born are the Lycian tombs of Myra. These tombs are an impressive testimony of the funerary art of ancient Lycia, as they were excavated in rocky cliffs a very long time ago, dating back to the 4th century BC. But beauty often has nothing to do with fame like that of the mythical Santa Claus or the beaches of Patara, and this reality has a lot to do with one of Turkey's best hidden and least known treasures, Mount Nemrut. This mountain stands as one of the most enigmatic and majestic archaeological destinations in Turkey. Mount Nemrut is located in the southeast of the country, at an altitude of over 2,000 meters, and is unique for containing imposing statues of gods and kings dating back to the 1st century BC. The summit of the mountain was transformed into a sacred place by King Antiochus I of Commagene, who had colossal monuments erected as part of his ambitious funerary project. These 1,000-year-old statues, which include figures of Zeus, Apollo, and King Antiochus himself, are scattered among the ruins of a large terrace, providing a spectacular panorama over the valley and surrounding mountains. The site is notable not only for its monumental statues, but also for its impressive funerary architecture. For at the summit of Mount Nemrut, 2 large stone tumuli are found that are believed to have been built as tombs for Antiochus and other royalty. These burial mounds, which have been the subject of numerous excavations and studies, are surrounded by dazzling scenery, creating a mystical atmosphere that attracts archaeologists and tourists alike. The structure of the statues and the arrangement of the stones have been carefully planned to align with specific astronomical events, which adds a layer of mystery, making this precious site unique. The mystical atmosphere of Mount Nemrut is accentuated by the breathtaking sunrises and sunsets that can be observed from its summit. The combination of colossal statues, burial mounds, and dramatic natural scenery makes this place a unique and awe-inspiring experience. For history and archaeology enthusiasts, Mount Nemrut offers a fascinating window into the past, revealing the aspirations of a king who sought to immortalize his legacy eternally and achieved his goal in a setting of sublime beauty. Another of Turkey's most mysterious and surprising places also involves a mountain, or better yet, being perched on a precipice of over 300 meters in the beautiful Black Mountains of northern Turkey. These imposing mountains are named after the dense vegetation that obscures their appearance, creating a unique and enigmatic landscape. The Sumela Monastery, located in these mountains, is one of the oldest and most extraordinary monasteries in the world. It was founded in the 4th century by Greek monks who sought to get away from earthly life and not provide access to the rest of the world. That is why they created this impressive vertical construction on the rock, which offers spectacular panoramic views. The complex includes several churches, chapels, and dwellings, decorated with Byzantine frescoes from the 13th century, depicting biblical scenes and reflecting the religious art of the time. This monastery is remarkable not only for its dramatic location and challenging architecture, but also for its rich history as a center of pilgrimage and spiritual life. A history as amazing as that of the discovery of what is considered to be the oldest city in the world, called Çatalhöyük. This ancient settlement is located in southern Turkey in the Anatolia region and dates back to 7,500 BC, offering a fascinating window into life in one of the earliest known urban societies. We could consider Çatalhöyük as the ancient capital of man's history, so it is time to go into the details and curiosities of Turkey's most iconic and famous city, beautiful Istanbul. Istanbul is not only known for its historical and cultural richness, but also for being the only city in the world that spans 2 continents, Europe and Asia. This geographical uniqueness not only makes it a bridge between cultures, but also a vital crossroads in world history. The Bosphorus Strait, which separates the 2 parts of Istanbul, is the natural divider between the European and Asian continents. This strategic water passage has been a crucial point of trade and culture for centuries. To efficiently link the 2 continents, the Marmaray, a subway tunnel that is the largest in the world, was built. This ingenious tunnel allows travelers to move between Europe and Asia in a matter of minutes, connecting the 2 banks of the Bosphorus through a journey of approximately 1.4 kilometers underwater. In Istanbul, the most impressive icon is undoubtedly the Blue Mosque, officially known as the Sultan Ahmed Mosque. Built in the early 17th century, this majestic structure is famous for its design and the splendid blue ceramics that adorn its interior, creating an atmosphere of serenity and splendor. With its 6 minarets, the Blue Mosque stands out as an exception to the rule, as most mosques usually have 1 or 2 minarets. Moreover, the Blue Mosque is an example of the wonders of architecture and remains a must-see destination for tourists and Muslim pilgrims alike, offering a unique experience of spirituality and Islamic art. Another treasure not to be missed, if you visit Istanbul, is the Grand Bazaar, one of the largest and oldest covered markets in the world. With more than 4,000 stores spread along 61 covered streets, the Grand Bazaar is a vibrant maze of color, scent, and sound, where you can find products ranging from jewelry and carpets to spices and textiles, offering a complete sensory experience for any visitor. This historic market has for centuries been the beating heart of the city, functioning as a vibrant center of cultural and economic exchange. As a testament to Istanbul's rich history, the Grand Bazaar represents a crossroads of roads and markets that illustrates both the heritage of the past and the vitality of the present of this fascinating country. While Istanbul is undoubtedly Turkey's most famous and picturesque city, the country's capital is Ankara. This vibrant metropolis, located in the heart of Anatolia, is the administrative and cultural center of Turkey, playing a crucial role in the country's politics and daily life. Ankara also has a rich history and a number of notable monuments that deserve attention. Thinking of monuments, perhaps the most famous one for many that has origins in Turkey, although very few know it, has to do with one of the most famous battles in the history of man, the Battle of Troy. According to mythology and ancient chronicles, this historic battle is not only famous for its epic tale, but also for the ingenious trick of the Trojan horse, a war tactic that has captured the imagination of generations. The ancient city of Troy, whose archaeological site is located in the Hisarlik region of northwestern Turkey, is the setting where this battle is believed to have occurred. The famous Trojan horse, which, according to legend, allowed the Greeks to infiltrate the city, hidden in its structure, is an iconic symbol associated with this place. Although the real Trojan horse is more myth than reality, the story is set in a real place, and this enclave, like many other historical wonders and realities you may have learned about, is also found in this beautiful country. Returning to beauty, we cannot end this trip through Turkey without exploring some of its most spectacular beaches and islands, a real hidden treasure that very few know about, as they are overshadowed by the fame of the neighboring Greek islands. Although not always on typical cruise ship routes, the Turkish islands offer some of the most dazzling sights and paradisiacal beaches one could imagine. Among the gems of these islands are Suluada and Kekova. Suluada, the smallest of the Turkish islands, is famous for its crystal-clear waters and tranquil atmosphere, ideal for those seeking a serene escape. The remarkable thing about Suluada is that it is so tiny that it can be traveled in a matter of minutes, making it the perfect place for a quick and relaxing getaway. Because this island is not easy to get to, Suluada boasts some of the most secluded and unspoiled beaches in the country, providing an exclusive retreat for visitors. The lack of mass tourism ensures that the experience in Suluada is intimate and in close contact with nature, offering an absolute break from the hustle and bustle of everyday life. On the other hand, Kekova, known for its unparalleled beauty and submerged ruins, is recognized by many as the most beautiful island on the planet, an enchanting place where history and nature intertwine. The ruins of Kekova, which are partially underwater, offer a fascinating spectacle and tell a story of an ancient settlement that was partially destroyed by an earthquake in the 2nd century. In addition, on some of the more secluded beaches and on islands such as Suluada, you may find nudist areas. As in Turkey, as in other Mediterranean destinations, there are beaches where naturism is allowed or practiced, although it may seem strange. In a country with a rich and diverse cultural heritage such as Turkey, bathing without clothes is a topic that often generates a lot of controversy. Turkey, being a primarily Muslim nation, has strict rules regarding public nudity, and it is neither common nor widely accepted. Therefore, those who wish to practice bathing without clothes on one of its beaches must always do so with care, respect, and consideration for local rules. Among the beaches where skinny dipping is practiced, The most famous is Patara Beach, located in southern Turkey. Patara is known for its vast expanse of golden sand and tranquil atmosphere. This beach stretches for more than 20 kilometers, providing a wide and uncrowded space where visitors can enjoy enough privacy to bathe with little or no clothing. In addition, Patara is an important nesting site for sea turtles, which adds a special and ecological touch to the experience. The presence of these sea turtles also highlights the importance of respecting the natural environment and wildlife in the area. To end this journey through Turkey's breathtaking beauty, we travel to arguably the most beautiful beach in Turkey and one of the most stunning in the world, Ölüdeniz Beach, also known as the Blue Lagoon. Located on the southwest coast of the country, near the picturesque village of Ölüdeniz, this beach is distinguished by its soft white sand and crystal-clear turquoise waters. The lagoon, protected and located within a national park, maintains an impeccable natural environment, and its unparalleled beauty attracts visitors from all over the world. In addition, Ölüdeniz is famous for its paragliding activity, which allows you to enjoy panoramic views over the lagoon and the majestic mountains that surround it, offering an unforgettable and unique experience to discover from the sky. The wonders of the magical Turkey. We hope you have enjoyed discovering Turkey with us, as you have been able to see one of the most beautiful and fascinating countries, a window to the history of mankind. If so, don't forget to leave us a comment telling us what has surprised you the most, and a nice like. You know that doing so is the best way you have to support Uncensored World to continue working to bring you videos as interesting as this one, every week. And don't miss the video that follows this one to continue enjoying the wonders, mysteries, and curiosities that make unique this beautiful planet called Earth. Click on it, you will enjoy it.